Join us this week as we showcase our 5 stages of transitioning into the truck camper. We tackle a national park that we can't believe took us this long. Why are you still driving? But the dispersed camping that we found was way better than any of the nearby parks. Except the second one, which had Eris and I pretty spooked.
What is that?
We discuss our tried and true battery upgrade, how it's different from our first one, and how it's doing on this boondocking trip.
I like this 165 better than my 410.
This story starts before sunrise as we cross into the state of Arizona.
Good morning from Winslow, Arizona. Our sticker we put down here on the corner went away, and you guys have been looking for it, so we thought we'd make a quick stop on our way out this morning, swing through here, and fix that little problem. I'm a major fan of the Eagles, so anytime I get to come here, it's pretty cool. On Glen Frey Drive. And we'll go back and put our sticker on the truck. I think last time I might have put it on one of these wood slats. Let's see, do we have an open space anywhere? So now that we got our sticker put on there at the corner in Winslow, our day today starts at a Planet Fitness because we're going to a pretty epic location. But with that, we're not going to have a gym anywhere near us for the next few days. And you guys know we like to get up early and rock those workouts at Planet Fitness early in the morning. But this place is too epic not to go to. And admittedly, we haven't had a real shower in a few days. So we're going to hit a Planet Fitness. We're going to get a 2-hour workout. We're going to get a shower. And then we're going someplace great. Now, as we've been on the road for about a week in our truck camper, we're realizing, even though we've done this a little bit in the past with the truck camper, it's quite a transition to get out of the fifth wheel, which at this point seems like a luxury home on wheels compared to the truck camper. So we're going to talk a little bit about our 5 stages of transition from the fifth wheel to the truck camper in this video.
We're excited to be back in the state of Arizona. We had a great workout, maybe stock up on some groceries, because we are headed to the Grand Canyon.
Finally, I can't believe we've never seen that, and we've been on the road 4 years in April, and we have not made it to the Grand Canyon.
But first, the first stage of our transition into the truck camper is...
Denial. Denial, denial, denial.
90 degrees. We can probably open some windows, it'll be fine.
We can work with these tanks. We talked about a lot of our gear and our upgrades and our improvements and things we've done to the truck camper, but one thing we haven't talked about yet is our battery situation. This thing had a very old lead acid battery in it. I couldn't even raise the legs to get this thing on or off the truck without having some kind of external power source plugged into it. And we knew that was going to be a problem, as part of the goal of this trip is to do a lot of off-grid camping, save some money, and see some really cool things. A couple of years back, we upgraded the stock lead acid battery in our Grand Design Reflection 320 to a 410 amp hour lithium battery from Redodo batteries. When I've had questions, they've been super responsive. They always get back to me quick, but the battery itself has had 0 issues and it's still rocking and rolling to this day. So it's not going to surprise you that in this project, we went right back to Redodo. So we put the biggest battery we could fit in our open space, which is a 165 amp hour Redodo lithium battery. I like this 165 better than my 410, just because the 410, at least when I got it, didn't have any kind of a BMS, it didn't have Bluetooth monitoring or anything like that, and so in our reflection, I'm kind of stuck with this goofy little gauge on the wall. That's not the case here. We have all kinds of visibility. I can see my state of charge in real time. I can see how many watts or amps are going out and coming in, and it's kind of like your car and your miles to empty. It'll tell you based on the power you're using right now and the solar you have coming in if you have it, your battery's going to last about this many hours and this many minutes. So we're using this in conjunction with our solar system. So far on this trip, we've only been plugged in for a couple of days, so between the solar panels, keeping it charged, getting a little charge from the truck, it does a great job, and I find the battery monitor to be very, very accurate. It also has low temp protection, high temp protection, all the good BMS cutoffs and protective things to where you don't have to worry about it. because here in a couple of months, we're gonna get out of this thing and it's gonna get parked for the winter. I don't have to worry about the battery, which is great. She just ate a fly. Awesome. We put some money into this truck camper, and part of the way we want to get some of that money back is by free off-grid camping.
Groceries are replenished, so we won't have to leave for a few days if we don't have to.
Off to the Grand Canyon.
Turn right at the stop sign.
Onward.
Take the first right.
First thing is dumping, and I will tell you, and it's kind of gross, if you're in a truck camper, you can just kind of see what the level of the tank is when you flush the toilet. Enough said, it's full. I can confirm.
The second stage of our transition into the truck camper is anger.
I need to save all that for
Ow! That's like the 7th time I've hit my head.
There's no way this tank is already full.
I think every dog is under my foot right now. I know we're probably the last people to visit Grand Canyon.
Turn right on Mather Campbell Road.
Elk!
Elk.
Oh, Cody! Why are you still driving?
Because there's nowhere to pull over and I can't just stop in the middle of the road. Where you see a pull off? I don't see one.
Pull off in the trees.
No moose though.
No moose. Dum da dum.
Nice. Drinking water, nice. We can do that too while we're here.
Yay!
Ready to get rid of 16 gallons of wastewater? Well, they're just hanging out, aren't they?
We see 4 free dispersed camping areas on this route, and so our plan is to go scout out 1 or 2 and see if we can find a good spot. Wow! Don't look. Wow! All right, we have to go get our first peek.
Yeah, then we'll find camp.
We're gonna check out our first dispersed camping area.
I like this spot because we have sun. We have a clear view of the sky, so we can have Starlink and I can work. Did pick up some Lynx levelers. I haven't carried these in a long time. I've got them laying around all over the place at our lease spot in Illinois, and I didn't bring any with me. So I had to break down and buy some, but this is where these things come in so handy.
Are you helping?
That's as level as we're gonna get because we're out of levelers. Proud to report, visible is giving me 71 down and 17 up, which will be plenty to work. We have not checked out AT&T yet. Tomorrow will be a week since we left out on our truck camper trip, and we haven't had to use Starlink once. And I love Starlink. I want to use Starlink. I just don't want the power draw. We're at 98% on the battery. We started the day at like 73, so I guess driving and the solar panels, that's awesome.
That's great. Which brings us to the 3rd stage of the transition in the truck camper, bargaining.
I'm going to use the couch for a little bit, and then we'll switch. Well, our tank's full. Guess I'll just go outside.
Are you kidding? You can't even come to a national park.
Look at my wheels. I left my trimmer back home.
I figured you did it on purpose.
No, I had it all in a duffel bag and it was in a zipper, and I brought the duffel bag, unloaded the clothes, and forgot to get the razor. So
You should leave it like that.
just half on, half off?
Yeah, you should shave the other side. I know you were going to cut that much off.
You've been complaining?
There's a middle ground.
I'll be back at middle ground in just a few days, don't worry.
Oh my goodness. Eris, is Daddy not paying attention to you?
It's a lot. It's a lot of gray too, that's the worst part.
Well, that's the difference.
I feel naked. That's what happens.
It did drop down to mid-30s, so it got pretty cool, but we stayed warm. We kicked the furnace on as soon as we got here, off during the night, and then on again this morning. We stayed pretty comfortable. Now I know it's a drier, lower humidity, so that's probably part of it. We can handle it a little bit better. I woke up a few times from the elk. I use the cooler morning to cook because this oven puts off so much heat in a small space that we can turn the furnace off and it does the job very well for a heater. This is something we do when we can't think of anything else to do. Roast some potatoes, throw some already cooked beef on it, cheese, pico, you know, whatever. It just makes for a nice, hot, hearty meal. Big thanks to our sponsor on this video, Redodo. They have big deals going on right now for Black Friday.
They've got a solution for just about everything, and they're doing their own inverters, solar controllers, shunts, smart battery monitors, all kinds of things. They're not just batteries. So we're on day 5 on this tank, and we're right about a half a tank. We still got another full one if we need it. I'm not sure how accurate these gauges are, but they are built into the tank and not onto the valve. So I gotta hope they're a little more accurate than our other ones. We were essentially fully charged when we got here. We had a bunch of things to charge, cameras and laptops and stuff. So we got down into the 70s, but we're already on our way back up with this wonderful sunshine in front of us. And just look at this view.
You just had a bath. How are you so dirty?
She's filthy.
Here, release it. Let me throw it. She was like, oh, my old friend.
I don't know if we bring our reflection in here. The roads are okay. It's not that. It's more that there's some tight areas with some trees, and I wouldn't want to scrape the side of the camper or the roof. But for the truck camper, it's perfect. We can go basically anywhere we drive. And I did see a Class A driving through that way.
We didn't know what to expect, but I do think that the Grand Canyon is something that you can do a quick pop in. You could walk this rim trail, find some different vantage points, snap some pictures, and head out. But definitely worth a visit. But tonight we're gonna do an actual hike, and it allows us to go into the canyon a little bit and descend.
Dogs are hanging out in the truck camper. We've got our max air fan on and a window open, and it might even be a little bit cool in there, but there's still enough sun. I was worried about them getting warm, so they'll stay nice and chilly.
For the second day in a row, Cody has copied me in my wardrobe.
I got dressed first.
I've listened to way too many murder mysteries to stand too close to the edge. I got my eyes on him.
If I haven't done it yet, I probably won't.
Probably won't.
You're the one that gets all paranoid.
This goes against your rule of having downhill on the way out of a trail.
Just to start the hike with big energy and get the uphill stuff out of the way, come back downhill nice and easy. That's not going to happen here. We're going to be tired on this one. 2 regrets. I didn't bring a jacket and I wore a hat, which I think I might lose.
It's gonna make you throw up if you hike this.
That is a very graphic sign. Somebody wanted to turn around and I said no.
I was just offering, and I'm not seeing an elevator option.
There's no gym here. We got to get our exercise some way.
Boo.
Park in the shade for a second.
Do you think that trail leads to the elevator?
I don't think there is an elevator. I wish there was, though. All right, we're here. Now we just got to go all the way back up that way, about 1.6 miles.
Somewhere up there?
Somewhere up there. It's a truck and a truck camper, food, and a bed.
We have to make it back for the dogs. You want to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
You want to see my face get red in a couple seconds? Magic.
We hiked that. That was a really awesome hike. Kind of challenging in some places. Well, coming back is all uphill. But if you take your time, stop for breaks, it's worth doing.
I'll let you know later. I'm still in my feels about it. The fourth stage of us transitioning into our truck camper is depression. Nah.
See if we can find another epic free place to camp. It's only been an hour and a half.
Well, I did feed them.
I'll go turn your fan off.
Hi, buddy. Imagine this. We're racing the clock again against the sun. Tonight we're going to try dispersed camping area on the far east side.
I would never do this in the Reflection. We travel totally different. And for the record, I like that kind of travel also. I really like the mix.
Okay, so technically this one is out of the park, apparently.
Well, technically the last one was too. Technically we went about 0.2 of a mile past the park into the, I'm going to say it, Kaibab National Forest area. I think it's Kaibab. I probably said it wrong, but that's where we technically stayed last night, because when we pulled out, it probably wasn't even 1/10 of a mile, and we drove right through the national park entrance. So we technically didn't stay in Grand Canyon National Park, but we stayed in Grand Canyon National Park last night, I'm calling it. And you didn't think we could make it. The trick is with this top heavy deal is you just have to, like I backed up and get kind of square with it, so you're not doing so much of this. You kind of hit it square on and just go down. Now pick your spot.
And the final stage of us transitioning into the Ange venture is acceptance.
This is pretty great.
This is pretty great. And although it has been an adjustment, it didn't take us but a few days to really get in the groove, and it has been a blast.
Just little stuff, like us laying in bed last night and kicking open the sunroof or whatever you want to call that massive vent in the front of this thing. You see something cool? You're gonna like this.
Cody, I can see the stars.
I told you. It's little stuff like that. We couldn't be in this particular place with our fifth wheel. We'll see how we feel at the end of this 2-month trip.
Time will tell.
He's like, y'all got to go for a hike, why don't I?
Mister never wants to get 2 feet from us.
Did you go off on an adventure? We tried to take this Palomino RV sticker off.
Oh, you just want to cover it up?
When we first got the RVs, I think that's as good of a place as any.
I like it.
To start a sticker wall. It's still a butter face in the front, so I don't think anyone's going to care about this when we get done with it.
We go in the house? Ready? Okay. Where you been? Wasn't that fun?
It was like 38 degrees and we woke up, but again, we didn't run the furnace all night. We just got under extra blankets. But this morning I got up to log on to go to work, and none of our cellular stuff is wanting to move fast enough for me to run. So after a week of just going off of cellular service and our Redodo lithium battery, our Redodo lithium battery is sitting in the 50% range. We didn't get much charge yesterday, and we pulled a ton of power by charging basically everything we owned last night. So today may get a little bit interesting, but we have internet, we have power. It's gonna be a good day either way.
Eris found 2 elk hooves very close to our RV.
You do not see that at a KOA.
What's big enough out here to take down an elk? Oh my goodness.
Yep, coyotes.
Yeah, probably a pack of coyotes could. Yeah, I think we'll be a little more careful.
Quick battery pack update here. Starlink had pulled this thing down to about 87%. We're pulling in nearly 200 watts off of this solar panel. So we're already back up to 95%, and we're running Starlink This thing will be fully charged by the end of the day. The off-grid adventure continues.
Our first dispersed camping spot was really ideal. It's really close to the action. You're gonna drive maybe 20 to 30, 35 minutes to any of the points on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Technically it's not Grand Canyon, but you're basically in the Grand Canyon. You don't have to go in and out. So that's the one we would suggest. This one is a little sketchier, like as far as the road goes. And this one is definitely outside of the park and much further away from the action. I saw a pretty big rig back behind us, and I think there's another entrance, a better entrance than what we took to get to this one. We hope that you enjoyed. We're hitting the road, keeping this rig rolling, and we'll catch you next time. Sorry about that. I have great ideas.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And I think that you'll be as happy as yours as you are with mine.
Quiet. Here, let me get rid of this bird.
Okay, get rid of the bird.
Bird. What? Why do we gotta be like this? We're filming. Let me have it. Bring it.
Chase me.
Bring it.
Chase me.
Give. You have to give. Give. Good girl. All right, hurry and talk.
I honestly didn't expect as much industry right outside of the park and elk. In fairness, I didn't really do a lot of research. We just kind of came to the Grand Canyon. I know that's surprising to everyone. Oh.
A couple years back, we came down here and put our sticker standing. A few years back, we came down here and
Why
put
don't you restart?
Oh, sorry, just caught me spilling. We've talked about a lot of new gear and some upgrades in allergies.
Train was a whole
Turn
different.
right on Market Plaza Road.
Charlie, what are you barking at, buddy? That log? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it rattles. The wind gets in it and it rattles. There was this business card in here, and I saw it and I threw it away. And then I realized why it was in there to begin with. Now it's on there. Now, no rattle.
Sure. You sure it wasn't a candy wrapper in there?
This is pretty great. This is pretty great.
There's a lot of options. What is that? Is that an animal? That's a tree. The tree's not going to eat me. So we'll put, what kind of poop that is? That's some big poop. What is out here? I've psyched myself out. I need to get back to the truck camper. I don't need to be wandering out here by myself. You wouldn't think that I basically grew up in the woods. I get spooked way too easy. I guess I've evolved.
Release.